Well, good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with your SouthernIndianaWeather.com QuickCast. It is Tuesday, May the 13th, 2014. Currently here at 6 a.m. at the Southern Indiana Weather Office. Few clouds out there, setting warm at 70 degrees. Winds are light out of the south at 8 miles per hour. And that humidity, look at it. Wow, it's brutal out there. Watch out maybe for a little bit of patchy fog this morning on your drive into work in some of the usual low-lying areas. Take a look at our daily almanac. Our high yesterday was 84 degrees. I forecasted a high of 85, so I almost hit the bullseye there. It's pretty close. Warm, yeah, look at that average temperature though. 70 right now for our low. That is way above where we should be with our average low of 53 degrees. Today's video update is sponsored by Metal Magic in Washington. You can give Chad a call at 698-8555 for all of your paintless dent repair needs and tell him Southern Indiana Weather sent you. Taking a live look at Sky Tracker HD, you can see the rain moving into our west. We'll put an arrow on it and you can see that will be here within 2 or 3 hours for us for sure. And it looks like we're going to be wet this morning, and we've got quite a bit of rain potentially to deal with. And I know it seems like a broken record. It's been rain, 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 rain. I'm getting tired of talking about rain in the forecast. I'm ready for some sunny days. I've got those for you, but we're going to have to wait. It's in the extended outlook, folks. Hang in there with me. Let's talk about severe weather. We do have a marginal risk for severe weather today. SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, has given us a 5% risk today, so a strong thunderstorm cannot be ruled out, but the dynamics aren't as great today as they are potentially for tomorrow. Anything that we would get today, impact index would be low, but winds and hail would be the biggest main threat. Now tomorrow may be a different story. The Storm Prediction Center has placed parts of the area into a slight risk for severe weather. So as you can see, it sort of cuts down through all of Orange County, cuts down through Du Bois County, goes down into Warwick, and from points on to the northwest of that are in that marginal risk again. Some of the rest of us here are in that slight risk. Again, if we take a look at our impacts, the timing will be late to evening hours for Wednesday. Impact index, again, everything is fairly low on this, but damaging winds and large hail will be your latest threat with that. I'll have a blog update later today. If you go to southernindianaweather.com and you click on blog and forecast discussions up at the top, you'll be able to get those blogs that I've been doing. I did one yesterday. I'll have another one out around lunchtime today as well. Also, if you go to southernindianaweather.com, I did a Beyond the Weather video last night, which is the longer form videos that go in depth and take you beyond what I can do in these daily QuickCast videos, and I talked about the severe weather threat in depth. So go to southernindianaweather.com and you can find more information about that. All right, let's talk about our setup. We're going to have a cold front that's moving through today. That'll be off to our east tomorrow as it sort of hangs out in the area. But what we're going to have especially tomorrow is a low pressure that's going to ride up that front into our area. Now, where does that low pressure reside? Does it reside a little bit to our east towards the Boot Hill of Missouri, or a little bit to our west? Or excuse me, that would be to the west, or a little bit to the east towards Cincinnati. The models are having a little bit of differences right now. Well, the difference is going to be severe weather or no severe weather. So there are a lot of questions with this, and so right now all best I can do is put severe weather with a question mark, and we'll just have to see how it plays out. Hopefully the models get some of those details worked out today, and we'll be able to fine tune them for a little bit. But for right now, prepare maybe for today and tomorrow the chance of some strong thunderstorms, and of course we'll be here Southern Indiana Weather monitoring them for you. Here is your forecast for today. Mostly cloudy, a few thunderstorms around the area. Another warm high of around 80 degrees. Now that should be reached probably about 1 or 2 this afternoon. After that cold front does pass through the area, we will start to fall into the 70s. Not going to be a cold night by any means, but will be more normal tonight, as we'll talk about here in a second. Taking a look at your Ubalor and Sons. Plan your day forecast. Everybody gets to the upper 70s to low 80s around the area, but plenty of rain and thunderstorms to deal with. Now tonight, not as warm tonight, down to 54 for your low, mostly cloudy, a few thunderstorms around. Sunsets tonight at 8:50 p.m. Now, again, I'm not sure if I would say 78 at 6 p.m. I typed this in, and I'm sort of questioning myself. I'm thinking that once the front passes through that we may cool down just a little bit quicker, but again, we're looking at 70s this evening regardless of how you cut it, and maybe upper 60s by midnight, but we're going down to an overnight low of 54 degrees. That's really pretty much about where we should be. Again, remember, our normal low is 53. Then on Wednesday, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible. Again, slight risk for severe weather for some of us. We'll be monitoring it and we'll see what plays out. Wednesday by far is the better chance of the severe weather, but much cooler with only a high of around 65. Some of the models are indicating we won't make it out of the 50s. Some of the models are indicating that we might make it as close to as 70 degrees as you possibly can. Sort of split the difference between the two of them. It's a very tricky forecast for Wednesday, so make sure you keep it here to southernindianaweather.com and on Facebook and Twitter as well for the latest updates with that. As we take a look at your Dubois County Bombers extended outlook, I do have some relief in sight after the rain goes through. We've got cooler temperatures to deal with, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the models want to give about a 10% chance on some of those days, on Friday and Saturday especially. I've not put it in there yet. Maybe I'm just being a little too optimistic, but a 10% chance, even at that, would be a 90% chance of sun, right? So let's be optimistic about it. We do have some sun to deal with, cooler temperatures, but at least the rainy pattern is starting to break down. So your Noah, Wind, and Mo QuickCast, obviously, dodge the raindrops the next 3 days, but Friday and Saturday look like you'd be in pretty good shape. Don't forget to check us out on our many social media sites. Listen to our forecast on the radio. And, of course, the mobile app on Android is now out. You can get it on Google Play. Just type in Southern Indiana Weather. Even put the quote marks around it to make it easier to find. It's a great app. iPhone should be coming out in about 2 weeks. That is it for this video update this morning, folks. We'll have another one of these in the morning for you. Maybe even another Beyond the Weather tonight if we don't get any severe weather that I end up having to cover. But we'll have plenty of updates for you on the situation. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite with your SouthernIndianaWeather.com QuickCast. Have a great day, folks, and stay safe.